of ARPA's bank site.
Looks like you have to cross the street headed towards the south of the entrance and then go back north over that entrance to the north. Is that correct? It doesn't go to Main Street though, does it?
Yeah, it goes all the way along the east side of Sycamore Street, from Main Street up to Shawnee Street.
So we already have other poles south of that,
Yes, we have other poles south
at
of
Main
that.
Street. So it's not like it's going to be moving the poles on.
It's not going, it's just one pole that needs to move.
Just one more pole on that street. It's not,
And it's not even an additional pole, it's just moving a pole, is my understanding.
right, but it's not going to stick out as the only pole on that side of the street.
Correct.
There's other poles on that side of the street. I'd rather see it go north if it's just going to stick out as the only one on the property. But if there's already poles south of there, like at Main Street.
You can see a pole on the overhead.
Yeah, you can see a thin
You
line
can.
going across. I don't have one.
Maybe we can see the shadow.
Yeah.
I don't have, yeah, it's,
Oh, I
you see the shadow of the
Yeah,
house.
okay, yeah, 1, 2, 3, yeah. Good,
Out
thank you.
into the street.
Thank you for pointing out that, it's been a long time since my aerial cartography days. Yeah, I would have to agree, sounds probably the better of the options.
And Seth didn't have any stipulation on that either, it was more just this is what planning staff recommends. I don't know that a decision has been made one way or the other, but I just wanted to make sure that that was noted in the staff report.
Is that a Gardner Electric,
Yes.
Gardner Utilities choice then?
Gardner Energy is the one who has recommended it go to the north.
Who's doing the work to determine where it can go?
Who made the recommendation, or?
Who makes the decision? Who's gonna make, because I think if Gardner Energy came in and said, no, it needs to be on the north side of the entrance, and gave a good reason for it,
Normally, we don't encounter an issue like this, and so part of the reason it was noted in the staff report was to sort of make you aware that there was a conflict here, and I'm not really exactly sure who would have the final say on that. Certainly, if the plan is contingent upon it because a stipulation was added, I would think that would need to be honored. There might need to be potentially some sort of way for that to back out, though, just in case something came up to where it really was impossible to move it south.
That's kind of where I'm headed with that, is that I don't want to put a stipulation in that prevents someone from doing what needs to be done the right way. We've got a workaround, and that is that if the tree goes, more landscaping has to be provided, and that's an automatic trigger, right?
Actually, stipulation C asks that we every reasonable effort to protect and preserve the existing trees that the landscape plan shows will remain. I think that if we give direction that we'd like to see that tree stay if we can, that covers it, but it also doesn't tie us into that. And I'd also like to hear what the applicant says about it as well, so.
Well, we can also add to the stipulation that if any of the existing trees that are shown to stay are removed for any reason, that the landscaping plan then is,
And I think that would be automatic, because if the approved plan shows a tree there and then it's not there, then staff can make administrative changes to the landscape plan, and certainly they would require that the minimum requirements will be met.
yeah. I don't see the need for a stipulation for the pole. I mean, let's let the people that need to make that decision. Let's go for
I think we can make our recommendation of what we'd like to see, and
Yeah, Seth's hope was that stipulation C would cover that, but it was also in there more as a generic stipulation because the tree preservation methods were not explicitly shown on the plan.
Okay.
Any other questions for staff? I know the applicant probably would like to speak as well.
Okay, we have time for staff, or applicant presentation, and please state your name and address for the record.
Okay.
How are you doing tonight? First, I just want to thank you for your time, and also I want to thank Amy for all of her help and the staff. I tell you what, without Amy, we wouldn't be here today, so I just really appreciate her time and effort. My name is Nick Hawkins. I work for BRR Architecture, and we're located at 6700 Antioch Plaza, Suite 300 in Marion, Kansas, 66204. Just want to keep this really short and sweet. We want to help you meet your goals and purposes, and in the design standards, there's some really great points that I just want to reinforce. Wanted to encourage high-quality building design that complements the architecture, landscape, history, and culture of Gardner, Kansas. Also to ensure the functionality of the built environment and encourage creativity and design. So I think that this is a really quality building that will enhance the culture of Gardner, Kansas. Some of the goals under your standards are encouraging quality building that respects, reinforces, and unifies Gardner, Kansas. And we truly feel that this building does just that. The last item is we want to foster a visual and physical continuity while encouraging a diversity of uses, activities, and sizes of development. And one of the comments that Amy made, while there are several buildings on this site, we want to relate to those buildings, but not in an exact fashion. And we want there to be diversity. We don't want everything to look the same. And so that's one of the reasons, not only because these are the prototypical designs and colors for our vest, and that's one thing that is critical to us, that we meet their design intent. And so with that, if you have any questions for me, I'm glad to answer them.
So how do you feel about the lighted band?
I would like to have the lighted band be kept in this project. I have a material, and so the materials are obviously in front of me, and the red represents the LED. So the LED is a white LED within this red coat or red plastic sheathing. And while the example was of something at night, I think that, again, having that element on the building, again, just accentuates one of the Arvest branding elements. And again, if nighttime is a concern, I'm sure that we could work with you to not blind residents or things of that nature. I think it's not a bright, powerful light that's going to be like a neon. I know that's something that LED, while it's been out for a while, I think a lot of people think of neon lights and how bright they are. This is not going to be like that. And to one of the points at the back, at the residence, so there's only really one residence that's right against us, and we have a 6-foot fence there, and there's also a large covered parking area. So that actually would block any view that anyone behind us would even have of the bank.
So you're saying that the lighted band goes all the way around?
Yes, sir.
What about the color scheme suggestion?
Well, so again, we wanted to push forward with the branding colors of our Arvest Bank, and I do want to go to design standard, and let me get there, please. It's under color, so it's principle number 8, and so the proposed color scheme shall incorporate a base primary color for each building. Each building within a complex does not need to be the same base primary color, but the color must be compatible with other selected colors. And we feel that the earth tone, even the materials, again, while it's a different color,